welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another Mavic Mini video, and today I'm going to do a range test in an urban scenario using the 2.4 GHz channel, and I have not done any FCC hack. It's purely in CE mode. If you know, there are two versions. One is CE version and another is FCC version. So CE version, it is limited with its range compared to the FCC version, and also the transmission power is less, but with 2.4 gigahertz you get almost close to 2 kilometers of range. So let's see how much. I don't think I will get 2 kilometers because of Wi-Fi interference, and there are like a lot of buildings around the neighborhood. And I'm doing this video at night because near my locality there are like a lot of hawk and kites. So these birds are kind of birds of prey, and I'm not really confident to fly my drone really far when these birds are there up in the sky, because they might attack the drone. So that's why the video test is at night, where I test out the range. So just stay tuned and watch what happens. Okay, so increasing the altitude now, taking it up for the test. When you're flying at night, the exposure should be little towards the negative side, because the drone, what it does is that often it makes the highlights really washed out. Let me start up the recording here so that we can record our trip. Let's see, I think I'll fly towards this direction. So currently at 19 meters altitude, 15 meters distance. So let me increase the altitude at least some more, so that I can go over those tall buildings there and not get much interference. So the city here in Bangalore looks really beautiful at night with all those buildings, and during this lockdown there are not many people going around. So alright, I just hope I don't get any interference from this building when I fly on top of this. So far so good. I guess I might have to increase the altitude a bit. Alright. From here I think I can see my office building. Let me turn the direction and go towards the main road. I don't know if I'll be able to reach it, but no harm in trying. I mean, it is scary to fly at night because you can't see fine wires or branches, even though I know that this area does not have any trees or tall power lines. So not a problem as long as you're high. Alright, so I'm kind of getting some signal problem here, and I'm initiating return to home. So there's a bit of a lag in the FPV. The drone seems to be just hovering in that place. Let's see if it can get some connection. So even though I lost the FPV controls, my drone was still under my control with the remote. So whatever maneuver I was doing, it was still moving around. trying to initiate return to home second time. Probably it's just waiting to gain connection. I'm not sure what. Or was it interference? So it's just on top of this buildings here. I think it is because of some Wi-Fi interference. That's why it's kind of stuck there. 2.4 gigahertz in an urban area is sometimes little unstable, and you may experience system connectivity issues. So now it's returning to home. It has climbed up the return to home altitude and it's flying back towards the origin. Whereas in my app, I still don't have FPV. The city really looks beautiful. Okay, so I got my FPV back and I'm gonna take it off from here manually. So now I just land the drone. Initially I was not able to even spot where it was because I was so high up in the air. Then later on, reducing the altitude, I was able to hear it. Alright, now let's go into the analysis part of the range test. You have just seen the video of my range test right now, and let us do a quick analysis of what happened in that flight. If you see, I was going straight in line for some time, and after that I took a small turn. And when you turn, what happens is there is a slight loss in the signal because the antennas are kind of aligned with the antennas in the remote, and when it turns there is slight loss of signal. And also I was kind of flying in a low altitude, I guess, because 82 meters, it seems a lot, but I feel compared to the high-rise buildings here, it is less. So if I fly at a higher altitude, I might get a longer range. But despite all of this, I'm really happy with the range that I've got, because usually we don't need that much of range because you always have to fly it within the line of sight so that you can get really good cinematic shots and you can actually see how your drone goes around, and in case of any danger you can pull it down. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see how it performs when the lockdown is lifted and I can go out in some nice field area and test it out, like how good it flies. So please let me know in comment section if you have any questions regarding this and I can address that. And thanks all. If you're new to my channel, feel free to check out my other videos, and if you really like it, you may hit the like button and subscribe if you're really up for it. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.